In this video, we will discuss some basic concepts of transient analysis. Okay, so here a network consists of only one storage element, that is known as a network consists of only one storage element. A storage element may be inductance, inductor or capacitor. Okay, that we know. Storage element may be L or C. That is called as first order circuit. So example for first order circuit is RC or RL transient circuit, that is our first order circuit. Second order or higher order circuit means the circuit which consists of higher order circuit or network which consists of two or more storage elements, that is known as higher order circuits. Either two inductances or inductance and capacitance combination or two capacitors in the network. That type of network is known as higher order circuit. So example for the higher order second order circuit is RLC series circuit and RLC parallel circuit. Okay. So first let me discuss about the concepts of RC transient and RL transients. So before that we will see some basics of transient. What is meant by transient? Whenever a circuit is switched from one condition to another condition, maybe based on the circuit elements or it may be based on the sources. Okay, so one condition to another condition. This is before switching condition. This is after switching condition. After switching condition, one condition to another, there may be current or voltage changes in that period. So that period of time is known as transitional period, or it may be known as transient state. Transitional period, or it may be known as transient state. So after this time passes, when t tends to infinity, when time reaches infinity, the circuit may attain the steady state value. So the condition is, first there are two conditions, one is transient state, other one is steady state. So this one is the transient state. So here first the initial condition we can define the time as t equal to 0 minus. T equal to 0 minus or t less than 0. So which is the condition prior to the switching condition. So after the switching condition, immediately after the switching condition, we can define the time as t equal to 0 plus. So this is the time instant immediately after the switching condition. Okay. So this is t greater than 0, and when time passes, this t it tends to infinity. So at the time t tends to infinity, it attains the steady state value for the current also and for the voltage also. Circuit attains the steady state value when the time t tends to infinity. So this we know. Okay, so let me discuss some basic equations for RL transient and RC transient. So first one is RL transient. RL transient. So this is switching condition when resistance and inductance are connected in series with a voltage source, DC voltage source. So this can be defined as E or L, and voltage across this is ER of T, and voltage across inductor we can define this as EL of T. We know that for the series elements current will be same. So we can define this current as I. Okay, I of T. So let me write the equation for this. We can write directly by the Kirchhoff's voltage law. So we can write it as I of T into R plus L into di of T by dt equal to E. So by taking Laplace transform and by taking inverse Laplace transform, we can define here by taking Laplace transform, this will become R into I of S plus Ls into I of s equal to E. And after that, simplifying and taking inverse Laplace transform, this current equation will become E by R into 1 minus E power minus T by tau, where tau is the time constant. Okay, so for the RL circuit, this tau equal to L by R equivalent. L by R equivalent. Time constant, it is nothing but a time taken to reach the steady state value. Okay, time required to reach the steady state value. So here we can define. So here I of t is E by R into 1 minus E power minus T by tau. So when t equal to tau, this current equation will be equal to E by R 1 minus E power minus 1, that is equal to 0.63 to E by R. That means time taken, that means time constant can be defined as the time taken to reach the steady state value. Time taken to reach at least 63.2% of the steady state value. Steady state value is nothing but E by R. Okay. So here we can define the current waveform as this is I of t with respect to the time constant. So first current grows exponentially and after certain time it reaches the steady state value E by R. Okay. So this period is transient state and after the time constant, this period is known as steady state. This is transient state and after attaining the steady state value, that period is known as steady state period. Okay, steady state. So this is for the RL transient circuit. And for next one is for RC transient. Okay, so RC transient. So let me take the voltage, switching condition, resistance and capacitance. Okay, if the initial charge is stored before the switching condition, means let me define, we can define that as Q naught. Okay, we can define R here and E here. So if the charge is Q naught means V naught initial voltage, we can define this as Q naught by C. So for the RC transient circuit also, one is difference. For RL transient circuit, the inductor will not allow the current change and capacitor will not allow the voltage change. That we have to know. Okay, so here also we can write the equation like the previous one. So here also we can define this as I of t. So the initial voltage is V naught. So we can define that, and here R into I of t plus, when we consider capacitance, 1 by C integral of I dt plus initial voltage is V naught, that is equal to E. So taking Laplace transform and inverse Laplace transform, we will get I of t as E by R E power minus T by tau. Okay. And here so when it attains the steady state value, the current reaches the constant value E by R here. When considering the voltage, it will become 0. For the RC transient circuit, I of t will be equal to 0. Current will attain the 0 value because decaying exponential here. E by R, E power minus T by tau. So first initial value is E by R and it's a decaying exponential. So after some time it reaches the steady state value as 0. Okay, steady state value as 0. So at the steady state condition, for the practice, we can assume that for every circuit, we can assume the steady state condition, circuit reaches steady state value. So when the circuit reaches steady state value, For in the case of inductor, we can short circuit. In the case of capacitor, we can open circuit, because at the steady state condition, I of t, current through the capacitor, equal to 0. So we can open circuit. It appears as a open circuit condition only at the steady state condition. And in the case of inductor, it appears as a short circuit because it attains a steady state value, constant value. So constant value means the network it responds only due to the DC element, that is only due to resistance. So we can short circuit the inductor in case of RL transient, and in case of RC transient we can open circuit the capacitor and we can find out the response. So this is a condition. And here another one important point is that when initial condition and final condition is given, means for the RL transient we can write the equation for the current through the inductor as IL of infinity equal to IL of infinity minus IL of infinity minus IL of 0 plus into e power minus t by tau, where tau equal to L by R equivalent, that is time constant for the RL transient. And for RC transient, voltage across the capacitor